Mythology and folklore are often mentioned together, but they are not identical. To comprehend their disparities, we must examine their resemblances. Both mythology and folklore are ancient storytelling traditions, representing some of the earliest narratives. Folklore can be seen as a subset or offshoot of mythology, depending on one's perspective. However, folklore often feels overshadowed by the broader scope of mythology. The divergence between mythology and folklore becomes evident in the stories themselves and their intended explanations. Mythology frequently originates from what many consider sacred texts, aiming to illuminate the time before our existence and the creation of the world around us. These stories were held as truth and became integral to various religious beliefs. They revolved around deities and supernatural beings involved in our creation. In an era of limited scientific knowledge, these tales provided explanations for phenomena that are only beginning to be understood. As religions lose followers or merge with others, their stories gradually transform into mythology. On the other hand, folklore differs from mythology in terms of time and scale. Mythology focuses on the primordial period, exploring the origins of civilization and culture. In contrast, folklore features creatures, spirits, and deities that exist independently of religious or cosmic connections. Folktales are told on a smaller scale, often specific to particular villages, towns, or cities. While they may include gods and goddesses, they often convey morals or meanings unrelated to creation or divinity. The dissemination of mythology and folklore followed similar paths due to the absence of printing houses and limited education in the past. Many people were unable to read or write, so these tales were primarily shared orally. Some poets and writers eventually documented certain mythologies, providing us with a global understanding of those narratives. In contrast, folklore remained predominantly an oral tradition, with legends varying or sharing similarities across different regions. Folktales were passed down through songs and dances, making it challenging to determine the extent of their similarities or differences. Every town or city possesses its own local legends and stories, weaving a rich tapestry of folklore. Japan serves as an example of a country where mythology and folklore coexist significantly. The established religions of Shinto and Buddhism offer tales of deities and kami that explain Japan's creation. Simultaneously, a multitude of creatures and cryptids are deeply rooted in local folklore. In summary, mythology and folklore share similarities in their use of storytelling, but their distinctions lie in their intentions. Mythology seeks to explain the universe and our origins, while folklore focuses on specific regions and individuals on a smaller scale. Hopefully, this explanation has aided in understanding their differences. As always, I am your host,